Stuff everywhere. Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to Editing Academy. I'm Darryl.
I'm Laura.
And we are here to start a new series that we are calling Does It Hold Up? This was Laura's idea. I thought it was a brilliant idea. We are of the age where we have amassed quite a few DVDs of movies that we love, that are our favorites. And we started the conversation saying, hey, when was the last time, that you've gone through? We should go back and watch one that's at least 20 years old, we haven't seen in 20 years, and does it still hold up? Does it still hold that same place in my heart? Because I did buy it because I loved it, or at least I liked it. So that's the angle we're taking.
And I would say that it's that I liked it as well. I bought a lot of DVDs back in the day at big lots for $3.99. So there are many that I'm like, oh, I haven't seen this in a long time. Is it still good?
Yep. Yeah.
I don't want people to think these are our very, very favorites.
No. Sorry. They're movies that we bought because we liked, and there may be a reason that we haven't watched it in so long. So we're going to start with one of yours.
Yes.
I have never seen this. What are we talking about?
We're talking about the movie Ice Castles, and it is the movie from 1978, starring Robbie Benson and Lynn Holly Johnson and Tom Skerritt and Colleen Dewhurst.
Yes. 1978. It was also directed by Donald Wave. Whatever. Sorry. My printer decided to have a little hiccup during the printing of this. All right, so Ice Castles. Give a quick summary, we'll talk about it, and then go from there.
All right, so I didn't actually write out the summary, so it's basically about a young figure skater who has no formal training in Iowa, and she goes on to be a professional skater. It's about her going from kind of small town country girl to the big time, what happens to her, and then when a big event happens in her life, how she copes with it.
Fair? Yep.
All right.
And I was honestly, to be perfectly honest, I was a little surprised by that twist. I did not see that coming in this movie.
All right. Well, it is almost, 40 years old pretty much? So I think we can probably say what the twists are. So
absolutely. Like, all of our conversations are spoilers.
Exactly. All right, so I will tell you a little bit about how I came to what is my relationship with Ice Castles and how it came to be. So first of all, Ice Castles, so 1978, so I'm probably about 8 years old. My sister is 12 years old, and so she was actually like prime time for Ice Castles. It's basically all the things that a 8 to 12-year-old girl would love. It's romance. It's, definitely rated G romance for all the little girls who loved skating and bad boys with long fluffy hair. So, which was 1978.
Oh, absolutely. It's very 70s.
So it was, my sister loved it and got me hooked on it, and I'm pretty sure that the DVD was actually hers, and she has since purged out all of her physical media. So when she gave me a whole pile of DVDs and said, what do you want? I plucked this out and I was very excited about it. And I have not seen it in at least 20 years. So what is the structure for this? Do we start with my thoughts and feelings about the movie, or do we go to the big question?
Like we did when we were talking about our top 20. Like, why was this such an important movie to you, if it even was? And then we could talk about the movie a little bit and then get to the reveal at the end.
All right, so I would be happy to. So basically, it's a very interesting movie because, first of all, it looks like it's a little bit on the kind of low-rent side type movie, but it stars
like a made-for-TV
movie. But it
almost.
Stars Colleen Dewhurst and Tom Skerritt, and the music is by Marvin Hamlish, and so this was actually a very kind of high production values movie. Lynn Holly Johnson, who plays the main actress, this is her first film, and the reason that she was picked was she did all of her own skating.
Yep.
Every single piece was her, and you can tell that the way that it's shot, the way that it's edited. So it's really neat that you could see all of the skating moves. And I think they edited it beautifully because she's a very good skater. She was a professional skater. She was in the figure skating, world and in the ice capades later on. But the way it was edited too, you could almost make her seem more than she was.
Yeah.
So I thought they did a really nice job with that. But yeah, basically it's a little bit of a love story. It is a little bit of a coming of age story. It's a little bit of that kind of country mouse story. And then something happens, which is she ends up going blind. And so it is her kind of coming back and discovering, was the skating because she was doing it for the crowds, or was she doing it for herself? Was she doing it for her mom? And I think the answer is yes, all of those are true. But like, why was she doing what she was doing? And who is going to be there in the trenches when she needs them? I liked the relationship between her and Nick, her boyfriend, Robbie Benson, because I think that was a very realistic 16-year-old, 18-year-old relationship.
Yeah.
Of they were both trying to figure out what they wanted to do with their lives, and sometimes those things were not together, and sometimes they were. And so that was really nice. She also had another romance, which today would not happen. She was 16 and he was probably 30, I think. It was 1978. I'm willing to wave a magic wand over that, because she was in a professional world, and couldn't happen today, shouldn't have happened then, but it did. But he wasn't a bad guy. That's the thing I liked about it, is he really loved her. He wanted to be with her too, and he wanted to see her through her illness. There were no real villains in this movie. It was people maybe doing some things for their own self-interest, but no one was a bad guy.
The moment when she wins her award, or they're announced, I can't remember if they were announcing that she was then going to go on to do something.
Yeah.
And her boyfriend's there, and he's all angry at her. Like, that was almost like manufactured tension. Mm-hmm. Like, we understood that he was angry and upset and just being a dick at the time.
Yeah.
But that was one of the really only super tense moments.
Yeah.
In the entire thing. This movie was not what I was expecting it to be.
Okay, so I'm dying. Just one more thing about the setting, and then yours, which is interesting. The setting reminded me of the beginning of The Deer Hunter.
Oh,
Deer Hunter came out in 1978, and they were both very small town. Like, everybody's hanging out at the bowling alley. Everybody knows each other. Everyone knows each other's story. It seemed very small time community-ish. So, that.
I thought the intro was actually very well done, because you get so much information.
You do.
In a very casual way. So I like that as an opening. I thought it was a very good choice to give you all this information. I thought this was going to be a straight up rom-com.
Yep.
It is
rom-com, romance versus rom-com.
Yep.
So yes.
It absolutely is not.
It is not.
It had far more dramatic elements than I was expecting. The turn when she starts to go blind, and basically, as you pointed out, who's going to be there for her? We know her dad is. We know her former trainer is the current trainer, obviously. Well, has abandoned her, but the big question, of course, was, would he be there for her?
Yeah.
Did not expect that kind of thing, but makes sense once it happens. It makes sense that that's the direction the film was going in, because it really is about the two of them and their relationship.
It's a romance at the end of the day.
And overall, for a romance, a 1978 romance, I thought this took a big swing. It was successful.
Awesome. I was dying of curiosity to see what you would think about this movie, because I think it's a successful romance, again, of two very young people who are in love and trying to find their ways in the world. I loved the way after her accident, when she was trying to start skating again and trying to find that independence, I liked the way he treated her. He treated her like shit. And you understood why. It wasn't okay that he did it, but you understood his motivation. And the fact that he was even talking about, I tried to hurt her, and I'm upset about that, but I'm also angry. And, basically you're thinking, well, she was kissing somebody else and that pissed me off, but she said, I love you, and he hung up on her. So I would have considered that they were on a break, that's for sure.
Sure.
So I liked that a lot. The other thing that I will say is, you cannot talk to a 50-something-year-old woman today and not say the phrase, we forgot about the flowers, and not have them know what you're talking about.
Okay.
My sister and I, to this day, if one of us, we forgot about the flowers, we will say it just as a matter of course. I actually something happened, and I put that out on Threads the other day, we forgot about the flowers, and 30, 50-year-old women were like, oh, Robbie Benson, Nick. It's a thing.
Okay.
So, but what did you think about that turn of her being able to? Did you think she was going to get through the program successfully?
Yeah.
First of all,
yeah.
Okay. And were you surprised that she ended up falling and they figured out that she was blind?
I thought that was an interesting way to illustrate it, to have it happen. You know, everybody's throwing the flowers and she can't see them, so she trips over one. I thought that was an interesting way to do that. After she started to go blind, I knew exactly how the rest of the movie was going to go.
Yeah.
It is, except for that part where she actually goes blind, this is a very straightforward kind of movie. You can rely on it, you know what the structure is going to be, and then there's the twist. But once that happened, I knew exactly how the rest of it was going to go.
And that makes sense. The only other thing that I think was unexpected was that the other guy in her life was a nice guy.
Yeah.
You know, like often they set up the, you know, I'm with my boyfriend, he's a great guy, and then there's the guy that comes in as a complication.
Yeah.
And he's usually a jerk. And the guy that was a complication was age inappropriate, but he wasn't a jerk. And that's kind of what he said to Nick when Nick asked him, are you going to tell people? He's like, you know, just because I'm not from your town doesn't mean I'm an asshole, or something of that term. So, all right, so can I answer the question of does it hold up?
Yes.
I have no apologies. I have no regrets. This holds up. It holds up for what it was, which is the most 1978 romance that ever 1978'd. You know, it is the music, it is the clothes, it is the choice of the direction, it is the fact that you hear the whole the song at the beginning all the way through as you're meeting people, all the musical choices, the skating, the Dorothy Hamill haircuts, everything made sense in 1978, and if you look through that lens, you will still love it.
It is such a 70s movie.
Right?
Even down to like the soft lighting, everything.
It is.
Well,
it is.
I'm glad it still held up for you.
100%. And again, this is 2 years after Dorothy Hamill won.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, okay.
that's why ice skating was such a big thing.
Sure thing. All right, there you go. First entry into our new series. Did it hold up? Laura's answer is?
100% yes.
There you go. See ya.
We forgot about the flowers. And you got to say forgot about.